How's it going, Clashers? It's King Geo again. I'm coming to you with another video. The topic for this video is going to be funneling. Now, I made another one kind of touching on funneling just a little bit, but I decided that we would make another one just to talk about it more in depth. Also, in this video, we're going to be discussing how to properly place your spells. Um, there's all kinds of ways to use different sets of spells to do different things, but I'm going to be talking about how to use your rages, heal, and your jump spell. And I'm just going to show you an attack that I did earlier on today, and just to show you exactly how I do it and explain to you why it's beneficial to make sure that you're following the right steps when you're placing your spells. Alright, let's see here. Alright, it's this one. Alright, so before we get started, whenever you're using a composition that has ground troops and you're trying to get into the base, you always want to make sure that you're properly funneling. Now, each base type depends and dictates how you're going to funnel. But for instance, this base right here, it was a pretty square base with I guess the same amount of buildings on each side. So I told myself, hey, I need to get all these buildings out, all the way down, to get all these buildings out, so that when I send in my P.E.K.K.A. and my Barbarian King and all my heroes and whatnot, that they're going to work their way into the base. Because if I would put my P.E.K.K.A. down right here, let's say, he's going to follow either that path or he's going to follow that path because he attacks whatever closest. He won't work his way into the base. So you have to make sure that you take out these outside buildings when you're attacking with a composition like that you're trying to get into the base, because they'll go all the way around the base and then the defenses will just pick them off. So I sent out my golems as a distraction while I sent in a couple wizards behind it. Now I only put about one, I tried to put about one wizard on each building just to get those out of the way. As soon as I saw, okay, these buildings are going down, then I said, hey, I can start sending in my heavy troops that I want to get into that base. Now, in the spell placement part, alright, whenever you're using a heal or a rage spell, you always want to make sure that you're putting it in a place that will affect the most troops. They'll give all the troops in that area the most damage or the most heal. So this jump spell right here. Now, I could have put it right here in this set of walls, but I decided, hey, if I put it over these both set of walls, though actually you can see that ring comes just behind that wall, so it'll affect two sets of walls rather than one. So I put that spell down so that they'll be able to clear both of those walls and have a direct path to the town hall. Once I seen all those outside buildings was down, I put out my P.E.K.K.A., I put out my Barbarian King, my golems. Look at that, they followed right in there because that's how you funnel them into there. That tells them, hey, there's nothing else out there, we're going to go straight ahead and get whatever is the easiest. So I sent them in. Once I seen they were getting in there, I started to rage them up. The reason I did that is because it'll rage them up to that Tesla. They'll get some rage to go to that Tesla. And then all these wizards back here will also be having rage. So I'm trying to use it effectively as possible to get the maximum rage for all of my troops. So I go ahead and I let them go a little bit. I expected some skeleton traps to pop up somewhere in this area because usually people put them inside their bases. But nothing came up, so I said, okay, that's cool. I don't know where they're at then. And then once I got into this base, I said, hey, let's drop a heal spell, because all these defenses are hitting them. So let's drop a heal spell and let's drop a rage. So their health's going back up. You can clearly see it right there. Their health is going back up, and they're doing a lot more damage. I'm also happy that the Barbarian King actually took out that big bomb, or it would have wiped out a lot of my troops. So after that, I sent in my witches, and I expected them to go inside, but they didn't, so they decided to go around the base, which isn't bad because right now everything is focusing on the inside of that base, so they're able to take out all those buildings and work their way back around without being hit. So it actually worked out good. All we had to really worry about was a mortar, and then there's an archer tower there that starts to focus on them, but they're getting in there pretty fast. So there goes the queen, and we have about say 3 witches and about 5 wizards left. So just when you're placing your spells, you want to make sure that you're putting them in areas where the maximum amount of troops are able to get it. Like I see videos of people who put a heal on one hog. If you're doing a hog raid, you want to try to put it on whatever group has the most, because they're the ones that need it the most. It's kind of like a priority thing. If you have one giant on the side of the map, you're not going to put it on one giant. You're going to want to put it on that group of 10 that's on the other side trying to kill some defenses. So it's just kind of like just looking at what you have and what's going on, and then just placing your spells accordingly. If you guys want me to do a dragon attack or anything like that to show some other type of spells usage, just let me know in the comment section below, and I'll happily go ahead and make that video. I'm trying to make more videos as we go along because I want you guys to have the most latest and updated content possible. And if there's anything differently that you think I should do in my videos, just let me know that too. So yeah, this raid turned out to be okay. I kind of let it run out. There was a little skeleton down there. Look at the little Larry. Yeah. So the raid actually turned out to be pretty good. It wasn't bad. We ended up getting, let's see here. We ended up getting 2,700 dark elixir, 47 elixir, and 100,000 gold. So it wasn't bad. I was actually going for dark elixir, so that was pretty good. Trying to upgrade my heroes and some of my my dark troops. So if you thought this video was good, please give it a like below. If you're not subscribed to me, please do so. And until next time, it's King Geo, and you guys clash on. Thanks.